Alistar just feels so broken right now. Like, I'm playing Alistar into Galio, I've got Kaisa and Corki on top. Like, you can even stop the Rel. I think that On with this Alistar has so much of a burden to be able to help.
Continued his teleport to come on through, so that means that he's able to farm up some XP. The wave's in a terrible spot right now, you can definitely say that, but it will mean all the difference if Waybo can make this trade work on to bin underneath the top lane tier 1 turret. TN dashes in, Hung beautifully juggling that turret aggro is going to give Waybo first blood.
Yeah, with Elk and On not being able to push the wave hard enough or fast to be able to get it in, power this champion, but with an early objective need to try to get dragons, maybe they kill Breathe here?
Yeah, looks like he's taking a lot of damage here. The taunt not going to do anything to deny Way, and picking up the first kill of the game here for BLG. Trade on the other side of the map as TN, under the overheated turret, nearly goes down, but Light's able to pick up a kill and get Weibo back in front, 2-1.
Being able to hit their first item, power spikes. Weibo, however, have been able to, I think, play this so well early on, and BLG not necessarily punishing, so the game is incredibly even, but we want to look at Weibo as the game goes on. 3 items. I think that they're going to be spiking incredibly hard. Yeah,
you have to imagine that both of these teams did their research coming in, and if you're BLG, you had to know that this lane swap was coming, and you could have been able to see, you know, what was done against it right now.
10 is on this side of the map. They have vision of where the support is, and so looks like trying to get at least a lot of the spells. There are no spells available here for Breathe, so he is all by himself.
Yeah, flashes away here from the headbutt, but the pulverized lands all the same. Way underneath the tower is still level 6, and with that Glacial Prison should be able to take down Breathe once more.
To move, he's still pushing the bottom lane wave over. Tien's not in position. Weibo, they got a free start to the Herald or to the Grubs here, and they're going to show up late to the party. They're going to lose all these Grubs.
Yeah, no flash, no ulti on Knight, and they still decide it's not the fight that they want to go for Weibo.
He's in this area. You see that Tien and Hung in position. Wei and On are taking control.
Oh, Hung, he tried to go a little bit too aggressive, and he's going to pay for it with his life. The Ignite is ticking from On, but Wei is going to pick it up, claim that feat of Warts Fair, and go on a killing spree here for BLG.
The one we're looking at, especially with Knight here on this Yone, and they just haven't really been able to piece it together, so still waiting to see BLG Sleeping Giants.
Now Hung looking for maybe something here on to Knight, but instead just going to try to get that Demolish proc down and secure that first tower of the game for Weibo. So kills over to BLG, tower over to Weibo. It'll be up to the objectives to say who can claim that feat of strength, and BLG looking to claim it right here by taking it down this Cloud Drake. If they pick it up, it will be theirs, and it's going to belong to them unless TN picked up the steal. He went for it, but was unsuccessful.
And I'm surprised, too, because he went over the wall. That's that moment as a jungler we were like, whoa.
Has not been in full force, absolutely, as, you know, right now, aside from the plays up there in terms of just the diving based on the lane swaps, Weibo have not been able to make any successful plays, but as I say that, Hung on the roam down towards the bottom lane to try to pick up a kill onto Bin, but it was nicely warded, and meanwhile it's BLG making the plays onto Xiaohu in his own jungle, and it's going to be an easy pickup here for the 2 tanks. Not even close as Wei picks up kill number 4 on the Sejuani.
And great discipline coming in from Bin, uses the equalizer, cancels out the wave, still probably going to go down. It's the flash coming in.
Yeah, and it's going to be followed up here by the Killer Instinct from Murado, and Hung's going to pick it up for himself, so the trade is made on the opposite side of the map.
So for Weibo, look at what they cost throughout that map. It was the Summoner spell of Bin to go down, but you lose access to mid, so this mid-tier 1 has taken a beating. Like you were just noting, Knight has been hitting on this top-tier 1, and I think has enough damage here. BLG are about to get 2 turrets off of a single play from this bottom lane, and Weibo, it's just not enough, man. You're not pushing the game in a meaningful way. The state of the map is still in an advantage here for BLG. We need to see this team wake up when it comes to team fights. They're supposed to have this huge wombo, great dive onto a slippery target like an Ezreal, and we haven't quite seen that team fight. I don't think BLG are really giving them the spots, and we need to see Weibo link up with their support if they want to be able to make this happen. Be able to grab this bottom tier 1, but it's not going to turn into gold spent, so it's going to be in the pocket here. BLG, I think, more focused on, hey, we're going to just make sure that we're able to open up a little bit more of the map, give ourselves longer side lanes, and even take control. But it seems like they want to make a turn, stop them from entering into mid. They can even grab the mid-tier 2 if they continue to screen Weibo out.
Here comes On with the Blast Cone. 2-man pull combined with the Equalizer. That is so much damage. Xiaohu is already dead. And now BLG with that numbers advantage. Hero's Entrance comes out. It's going to do a big amount of knocking up people, but not a ton of damage. It's already a double kill in for Bin, and it's 3 kills for nothing in favor of BLG.
They explode out onto the fight. Great wards from BLG. Spot out the members of Waybo. So many summoner spells got now. Specifically the flashes on both of the marksmen of Waybo. As Elk now, you caught way too many mid lane waves, bro. You gotta give this one up.
It is a
And
shutdown
flash,
over
man.
for Light, but just a mere respite from the onslaught that BLG has put onto Weibo Gaming. Kill notably onto Light. That is going to be big in terms of gold later on. But now Tien might have done a bit his fair share of greeting as well, as Way's going to stun him up. On is joining the party, and you talked about it earlier here, all gone and Way. Playing like brothers on the map here today. He blocks out the Vault Breaker with his flash, and he allows Knight to scoop on in and pick that one up.
Oh man, okay, finally. It took us a couple series, but...
And kill participation, and it seems to really be those two basically contributing almost everything to these plays here, whether it's in terms of engage or even damage. I mean, those Way and On together, despite being just like an Alistar and Sejuani.
Putting this guy in over Shun, and that'll just be kind of it. He's going to give us some more stability. He has, I think, really leveled up this team. It's, oh my god.
Oh yeah, oh my goodness. That is just a 100-0 of Tien right there, as Elk is the one to pick up the final kill. However, the response here from Waybo could be big. That's a nice shutdown by Light, and now Waybo have made it 2 for 1 and potentially looking for more. Elk does a lot of poke damage with those double ups intact as well, but Jiahu is answering back with the rockets. Equalizer does take Jiahu down to about 500 HP. The big taunt onto Knight. That means he's not able to go any further. Oh, but he's spotted.
He sees Way. Way will now get spotted after the pink had been moved.
So they're going to collapse into the Galio instead. Yeah, it's Otacon is down. That is the revives available here for Waybo, and that will certainly be something that Bin will utilize. But on the other side of the fight, it is Waybo stacked up as 4, and Light picking up yet another kill onto Bin. On goes in with that unbreakable will. A huge ultimate coming in from Knight on the Yone, but it does not matter because Light is still untouched, and there are rebirths in for Waybo. Can Light finish off another kill? He got so close to both Way and On, but he will go back into the fountain. But things go very well for Waybo on that play.
I think the fact that this engage from On and Knight, it just buys so much time. It wastes a lot of the clock here for Waybo. The follow-up as well. The dragon's taken by Waybo, but BLG, they want to keep going.
That is big. That denies the Ocean Soul right now here for BLG, but it might come at the cost of Breathe, and it does. Elk picks up the last hit, and now Hong is next on the menu. Does in that dismounted form, not going to be able to get away. Who will they feed the kill to? It will be Elk once more, who is trying to go ban for ban with his 80 carry opponent in Light. These 80 carries getting very, very strong at this point of the game, Elk, as BLG control the fight.
It's 2,000 gold, but I think the gold just feels so much more oppressive. The lead that BLG have. Waybo just look lost on the map. They're not team fighting particularly incredibly, and we're not seeing the front line of this team kind of be able to stand tall for the marksman.
To do so, question will be now around this Baron. We'll say though, Light is the strongest player here in the game, not matched closely by Elk. As now it is Breathe getting targeted out, just going a little bit too far forward here for that wave. The hero's entrance going to get canceled, and that is a big kill going over BLG.
Breathe is now a large pain point for this team. The early game didn't look great. The Galio just hasn't been able to connect. And now it's going to be a Baron start here for BLG. They still have a lot of important ultimates here. And we'll see if Waybo, if they can make the defense onto this play. Light has now taken a mid-tier 1. Tien is waiting for the steal.
Yeah, but it looks like BLG know that's going to happen, so they try to push Tien out of the pit. Glacial Prison over him as well, as that Baron will get bursted down without Tien being able to even get near the Baron Nashor, as it gets picked up here by the red side.
Has been so aggressive, shifting forward, trying to find more, and Light is starting to pick up items. He's starting to get to that point on Kai'Sa where even tanks start to shudder at the fear of the Plasma procs.
Yeah, I mean, those W's are now upgraded, will be coming out every few seconds now, as long as they can hit onto the champions. But right now, BLG don't care too much about that, because they are right now dismantling the towers of Waybo. They are very close to taking down that top tier 2. Now the mid lane inhibitor turret is now the target, and Waybo have to take the time to pull the trigger, to engage, to try to save the game for themselves. Looks like it's not going to be before this inhibitor tower falls. We now, though, see a teleport coming in from Breathe, as that is going to be the start of a fight, potentially. Breathe has the flash and the taunt. He's going to try to go in. Just waiting for his right moment, biding his time, and he might have bided a little bit too much time, as now he's getting collapsed on here by Waybo, and it's all too late. The carries are too far out until Light comes in with the killer instinct. Hero's entrance over the top will be able to knock up a couple, but look at Bin. He's fighting in a 1v1 against Xiaohu, and he will win. Equalizer on to Breathe to try to just finish the job, put the icing on top of the cake, because Bilibili Gaming have run away with this first matchup, and they're going to go up 1-0 in this best of 5.
It looked close until it wasn't. BLG have been so dominant here in our first game of an elimination series between these two teams. And kind of feels like BLG of old. The solo lanes doing well, and the jungle really accentuating some of the strengths of our bottom lane.
On to the Nexus they go. The respawns are going to be just a little bit too late unless some miracle happens here for Weibo. But BLG, they're just playing with their food. They know the history here, and it's all them favored. It's now 10 maps in a row here, won by Bilibili. A little more skirmish heavy, I would say, overall for BLG in that mid jungle. The 2v2 going to be very impactful in terms of the early game. Once Knight hits level 6, using that Spirit Rush to go around the map, control areas of Summoner's Rift alongside Wei, and avoid another fate like they suffered in 2024.
Early on, do you expect that BLG would have a lot more damage early?
Wow, oh wow, Hung already burned the flash. He got a little bit too aggressive in terms of poking. And he's just going to go down. A very questionable decision there by Weibo will allow BLG to pick up first blood. Time to, while lose out on the push, at least get all the XP of these minions here. As level 2 has now been hit up by Light and Hung. Already a heal burn to try to just root down On, who remember does not have that flash from level 1. Could be in trouble. One more auto from Hung is not enough as the potions are healing On up all the way back to base.
But this was the matchup that I think BLG wanted to avoid. They did not want to have to play into the Varus and the Karma. You get outranged, you're able to deal much more poke damage and not really have to interact or get into a trade with Ashe. You can match some of her range with this or with the W. So tough start here for the side of BLG. They tried to call out. They had no vision as to where they were starting on this bottom side of the map. And now we're seeing Tian and Xiaohu walk into the bottom side of the map. They can continue to punish.
And they're looking immediately for this Gromp. It is on the vision right now for BLG, but now Tian flashes on top of Wei. Remember, he doesn't have his flash either, and that's a big Jin Zhao skirmishing alongside Xiaohu, and it allows for Weibo to pick up their first kill of the game, and now turn their eyes towards the bottom lane and force a teleport out of Knight.
Look at where this minion wave is, though. Nowhere near to crashing, so Knight loses his TP, and Xiaohu is very happy with the effects
they
of
land
that.
the root.
Oh, no.
And the tether connects as well. The Unbreakable is going to expire. Hung picks up another kill. Weibo getting free kills after losing out on that level 1 because of the missing summoner spells that were given away.
Getting turrets, forcing kills, forcing summoner spells. Otherwise, we're going to get into a very similar situation from game 1 where there's some early action. We see great priority coming in from them, but not enough to really spiral the game into their control.
Right, it seemed like in game 1, Weibo, they did their prep on the first like 5 minutes of the game. Maybe they were using the practice tool and just redoing those moments over and over again. But after that, it was about 2-1 for a while, maybe 2-2 in terms of the kill score. This game right now, they hold themselves a 1,000 gold lead. They've got 2 of those 3 kills that they need for that feat of strength. Able to reset and make its way back. Will be a pretty even fight around the second spawn of Grubs, and it looks like BLG do want to respond. Remember, this style of fight is kind of what goes in their favor, especially with Knight heading back towards the mid lane. But it looks like instead, they're going to opt away from it, try to get some priority mid, and allow for Weibo to pick up all 6 of these Grubs and get even closer to that feat of strength being claimed.
We're also getting some first items completed here. Malignance for Knight, but we also just haven't seen the Spirit Rush yet, so...
In this bottom side, Tri-Brush by Xiaohu, and that allows for Weibo to make their way down towards this dragon. They want to even up that count, but BLG have other things to say about it, potentially.
And this is a lot different game than what we saw in game 1. There was more engage options for a player like Wei, but now on this Nidalee, you are really reliant on your mid and support for making plays happen. Everybody from Weibo is here.
It's on the Hung, but he's way too far away for anything to happen about it. Spear does land onto the dragon, but it will be secured by Tian, who might now have to flash over the wall in order to survive, or they could continue to go forward onto BLG and try to look for a fight themselves. Looks like instead, just threatening aggressively with their posture.
Weibo, like you were saying, with that turret falling, you've got the Herald here as well. I don't know. Weibo can continue pushing on a side lane. They've got Ghost for Xiao. Xiao's actually almost about to hit level 11 as well, so he's going to be very powerful for this upcoming fight. Asher goes missing again.
I mean, he was very, very close to hitting Hung, but now, without that ultimate, Elk could be in a lot of trouble right now. He already used both of his summoner spells. Tien dashing in, and Light will pick up the kill onto his opposing AD carry. A big mistake there for BLG's bot laner will allow for Weibo to garner mid control and potentially look for more with all 6 grubs. Look at those little mites charging right down the mid lane.
Oh no, the mites are coming. They're getting the teleport out from Knight. Maybe there's a turn play. You see that Bin is starting to move over, but instead gives up on the play.
Range, but it does allow now for Weibo Gaming to make their way towards this Rift Herald and likely pick it up with no jungler in the area. Way headed down to the bot lane, knowing it's a lost cause, maybe trying to set up around that Drake. We'll say Bin has gotten his fair share of poke on to breathe throughout this whole ordeal. He's still trying to get his way back into this game as well, but right now Weibo really seem controlled and comfortable with how this game number 2 is going.
They've got 6 grubs, they've got Herald, they've only missed out on 1 early dragon, but aside from that, it's been...
And they're already on the back foot here around this dragon as Wei had to flash away from Tien as they make their way towards this Ocean Dragon. In the meantime, Breathe with those 6 grubs will pick up the bottom lane tier 1 turret and now make his way towards the Tri-Brush where he's going to spot out the Nidalee, who now is in the wrong side of places without that flash. It looks like right now they're going to just leave him be as Tien will spawn that Rift Herald, try to use it to maybe get some pressure in the mid lane, as on the other side of things, Weibo also hitting onto this tier 2 tower down bottom.
Just a distraction, and also the mid tier 1 is just so low. The Crash will take it. Bin is getting a top tier 1 at this moment, so some small gold injection. They make the play.
Okay, well, they've bought enough time for Wei to actually continue to stick around down there, and they already pick up a shutdown onto Xiaohu. But look at Breathe, he's gone all out in a 1v3 for now, but can turn things around potentially. The Chain of Corruption is going to connect onto Wei, and Breathe will clean up that kill to make it 4-2 in favor of Weibo. Crescent Guard comes out from Tien. He dashes forward onto the main carry. Elk is down. Knight still trying to dish out as much damage as he possibly can. He spear rushes forward. Hung has to flash away from the charm, but the flash follows in from Knight to at least make it a 1-for-1 trade. Light and Bin now duking it out. Bin does not have that ultimate, so a lack of gap closing ability and a lack of crowd control, but he still does not lack in that damage department. Going in towards Light, the Q and the hail of arrows will connect, and it's going to be all 5 down for BLG.
As there's no dragon to spawn around. We're really kind of jockeying for position around mid lane and playing around the Otacon. Oh, on?
That's the Unbreakable, but now the Chain of Corruption does connect on top of him. Going to be a big chunk of poke with that piercing arrow, and look at Bin. He's going to be trapped underneath the enemy team, but he's going to take down Hung with him. It's a 1-for-1 so far, but Elk is next on the menu, and Tien will pick up that kill. Knight lands the charm onto the Jin Zhao and will force him to back away. Another 2-for-1 though in favor of Weibo Gaming, with the Otacon up down at the bottom side of the map.
The back line recognize he's too far, and oh wait, picture, we're live!
Right back into the fight, and Bin has once again gotten caught out. Chain of Corruption landed on top of him, and now Breathe potentially on the wrong side of things, but he did take another down with him as Elk is already in the death chamber, and Breathe will not fall as Wei will go down as well. Tien now underneath every single tower, just in the base of BLG, making quick work of Knight. Another 4 kills go in favor of Weibo as they're going to break open the base less than 24 minutes in.
All the 3-0ers, be damned. We're going to at least 4 games here in this series. It's on by himself, and BLG just collapse in this second game versus Weibo.
Just On is alive with all 5 members of Weibo Gaming onto the Nexus turrets. It's 5 seconds on Bin, 5 seconds on Elk, but it might just be a few seconds too late. They're on to the Nexus. They're going to take it down, and hands meet series. Weibo even things up.
They need to make the mid 2v2 unlivable for Xiaohu. When you are playing with this Talia and this Nocturne, anytime Victor has flash, you need to be able to look to blow it with a seismic shove, get good team fight, and they have setup. They have a lot of crowd control. So you can move around the map, really kind of move around the battlefield as well. See this dive potentially coming in. I think it's a bit tough. Again, you're playing, it's level 2 Maokai.
And On is on the way as well. Big stun going to connect here from Tien. That will likely make the dive happen, but no! Bin flashes away. He heals up from On's help, and that'll be first blood picked up here for BLG. Bin will go down in a trade, but that is very, very worth it for Bilibili.
These turrets is going to be important. Just, again, we were looking at BLG. They have great tools for being able to set up a team fight, and it's going to be on Weibo to be able to...
wave 6.
Maybe they can play on his bottom side. Breathe has flash and the ult as well as the counter-strike now. I think it's tough. I think this dive is tough.
You're right. Part of me was thinking like he was going to send it all the way back to the grubs, but instead helping out Bin a little bit, making sure he gets his wave in.
Watch a lot of the wave clear, and finally get to see Knight move out from mid. He's just doing a little bit of cursory mid. Oh,
okay. They're the semi-globals in the mid lane that we were talking about. We said that the BLG mid jungle had to get ahead, and they do so here, taking down Xiaohu. Knight picks up the kill.
There we go. We wanted to see it a little bit earlier, but honestly, I'll take it. You know that Victor is an immobile mage, without, especially if he has flash. You have to be able to force a summoner spell or force the issue. And now, we've seen this play. Hung misses the Eclipse in the E, so I don't know, guys.
Well, the bullet time comes out, though. Tien slowing with the Heartbreaker. That is enough to take the Xayah down. But now Light is in a precarious situation, and Wei is here to try to follow things up. And now it's a 3v1. Even though it's under the turret, Wei could be in some trouble without that paranoia. Tien with a stolen away Xayah body going to land the Blade Caller. Another tower shot will take down Light as he just walked a little bit too close to that tier 1. The Q from Wei will not take down Hong. Bin is still getting pressured out. He does have the teleport if he wants to head back to base for a quick reset, and might prove to be worthwhile with Tien hovering on the bottom side. But Knight, now the one who actually gets caught out here. The Solar Flare comes through from Hong, and that is Tien picking up that kill. 1-0 in favor of Weibo in this engage so far, but you already see Wei hovering towards that grubs, wanting to even up that count. Weibo, though, with that numbers advantage, want to make something happen here. They already have Breathe on this side. Bin going to try to match with the teleport.
And from Knight. So Tien on this jungle is starting to get really supercharged. He's a little bit behind it in experience, but he has a lot of camp still to do. He's 3-0-1 on this Viego with a completed Trinity Force. We need to see this guy pull off a carry performance if we Weibo are going to be able to take game 3 here.
He's making his way down here towards the dragon to try to even that count up. We are trading back and forth these objectives on either sides of the map as we have come across what is, I think so far, a very close game number 3.
Looking at, especially when we're talking about someone like Weibo with these ultimates, double Triforce now completed for your top and jungle, and Xiaohu is going to be finishing up on this Sarah soon, so we'll have additional survivability coming into a fight.
Breathe, able to pick up the first tower of the game. That is the feats of strength going towards Weibo. Now jumping in on Tonight to try to fight this down to 1v2.
No way.
Goes in with a Counter-Strike flash and will take down Knight. Now the next target is Elk, but with the paranoia coming in, it will be a shutdown going in towards the enemy to carry. But what a fight coming out from Breathe, getting the tower and a kill. They're going to trade those towers once again, but because Breathe was able to get that bot tier 1 first, net positive so far for Weibo Gaming as Light will extend the gold lead to 2,000 on the red team's favor. Remember, we all
versus a Jax. Talia is not a very competent side laner, especially in comparison, so we're seeing it time and time again. BLG not really respecting some of the strengths and I think overplaying some of their hands. Oh, now he get caught.
Yeah, he is definitely in some trouble as the paranoia in just to confirm the kill and potentially even look for more. Tether lands in onto the Viego and Tien in a lot of trouble. It will be another kill picked up here for Elk as Xiaohu forced to pop the Arcane Storm and run for the hills with the Rift Herald now on the menu for BLG.
Legendary caster curse, setting up all the great parts of Weibo into immediately a great team fight for BLG, who grabbed themselves the Rift Herald and the flash from Xiaohu, so wonder if they'll be able to make a big enough impact onto them as they're now sending Light over. They recognize that, look, we didn't get much on, we're not going to be able to get much on the top side. This Victor's going to be able to wave clear by himself. Let's see if we can get as much damage on his bottom tier 1 and even maybe set up for a dragon as Tien respawns and is immediately out onto the bottom side of the map.
Out of this Talia pick.
I mean, Hung is just too far up, right? Like, this has happened so many series so far for Weibo. Hung by himself.
And brace for a little bit of extra sustainability as Knight immediately teleports in to the top lane. Going to get targeted up by Hong, but look at Wei dashing underneath the tower with the paranoia. Here comes On as well with the quickness. Xiaohu is ticking, but will survive. Now Breathe with a massive flank off of the teleport is looking to rip apart BLG. Here comes Tien as well with the Heartbreaker. It's already 1 kill picked up. They're looking for more as they continue to try to chase down BLG. On dashed away with the grand exit. And Tien will be unable to pick up any more.
A little bit of gold, but look what Weibo are able to get on the backside of this. It's another few mid waves here for Light. It'll be hopefully this top tier 1 if they can help it.
Yeah, Breathe just trying to set up time for Light. Flashes forward here with the counter-strike, finds a big stun, will be able to escape with his life. Light does not have the bullet time available, but it will be enough damage for TN to pick up the kill on the Bin. That is another one going towards Weibo. They want this top tier 1, they want it bad. All 5 of their members on the top side of the map.
BLG's mid laner, a star in the making and a legend here, one of the best mids ever seen in the LPL, is just crumbling so far. And this is an elimination series. This is one of the worst times to have your stars not being able to play up here. And this fight is so good, and Breathe and Tian are playing incredibly.
Oh, another fight under the mid lane turret. Here comes BLG. Light's already down, and now Hong is the next target. It's another kill in for Light. Knight, a double kill for the Taliyah as they break open the tier 1 turret and now use that Rift Herald to rotate towards the Otacon buff that has just spawned.
Getting more of a series than we thought we were. Waybo have been, I thought that Waybo were going to be a top 4 team, and they need to be able to prove it. Uh-oh.
Another fight being forced here in the mid lane is already Xiao, who is forced to flash away. Teleport in from Bin is very far forward, but he's going to be matched alongside Wei. All the way forward, BLG do dive, but look at Breathe cleaning things up on the back line with a teleport flank of his own. Already just a 1-for-1, looking for a little bit more as Bin finally will drop as Tian gets himself another reset and potentially looking now towards the Dragon.
Hong, you also had the Seraph Shield as well, which provided so much time. And look at the summoner spells that were used there. Bin TP'd into that play. He wanted to try to make something happen, and they were able to trade a couple of great summoner spells. No flash from Tian, and kind of the story afterwards has been really impressive to see. And we need to be able to have those big carry moments when they carry.
Paranoia, it comes out. Knocks 3 away, but a big seismic shove comes through from Knight, and that is the shutdown first picked up Tian. The main carry for Weibo is down. Bullet time on the other side is big though. Light chunks everybody down to half, but half is not enough for any kills as everybody on BLG still stands tall. The 2 carries for Weibo are still alive, and they can dish out a ton of damage if they are given the opportunity to, but BLG are looking to shut the door. They try to break open this tier 1 turret and split Xiaohu and Light from each other. It's already been a 3-for-0. It could potentially be more as Zhao is on the wrong side of the map. He has a death race. He's going to get away here from that seismic shove, but here comes On. He lands the grand entrance and will take Xiaohu down.
There's the teleports coming in. Bin literally TP'd behind him. They were going to start the Otacon. They don't want to go for this. Why are BLG so hesitant? They can't do it. They can't do it. They know that bullet time is coming up. Yes, Light did lose his flash, but he has Bloodthirster, right? So he'll be able to heal as long as he's able to at least auto a couple of minions and Breathe in a side lane right now.
Now gives Weibo a little bit of angle. Dragon gonna reset. Bin, blast cones over the wall, and now the battle lines have been drawn. Ultimates available for every single player as this could get bloody. Here comes the Nature's Grasp. Weaver's Wall going to try to block out Tian as BLG going to burst down the Dragon, and it will be secured by Elk. But look at Breathe on the flank. Has the Counter-Strike procced, but does not want to pull the trigger as he was too far ahead of the rest of his team.
Lost. There's no ability for them to interact with the Taliyah wall. It stops them from getting into a play. It stops them from this massive flank in Breathe. And they take a mid-tier or 2 off of it. They'll be able to take some more jungle camps mid. They're using Xayah and this Taliyah to really zone them out into this river brush.
Breathe.
Gotta be careful.
Yeah, and now Hong is the one potentially caught out. He's chunked down to half HP with a Nature's Grasp already coming out. The Leona is dead before she can cast a single spell, and now it is going to be another kill over to BLG as Breathe will fall. Here comes the Weaver's Wall. Knight with a seismic shove to take down Light. It is another one picked up for Elk, another 3-for-0 for BLG as Tian and Xiaohu are forced to run for the hills. Now with 3 members on their side in their advantage, will this be the time that BLG starting up an objective?
And the setup is just so sloppy here for Weibo. They are not able to get damage down. They're not able to stop this Taliyah. It's just so clean here for BLG. They're making really good snap calls onto, hey, we're turning onto this objective, we're turning onto this player, make sure that we're focus firing them, and they'll take the Baron. Knight's gonna TP, they're gonna start up this. Otacon Tien is in the area, but he'll have to walk over Vision, and he just does he has no way of entering the pit.
Wow, so after that one fight, that was the play that BLG needed to take both the Baron and the Otacon.
Behind as well. Yes, it's Breathe that does have an advantage, but we talked about this bottom lane. Elk is now up 30. Mid lane as well, as the case here for Knight. So they're slowly losing out on resources, and you already see almost level 18 here for Knight. And Tien just can't do anything. He has to use the Heartbreaker to get out from mid. They're just losing everywhere.
And now the Nature's Grasp comes out. That will at least lock up Xiaohu and maybe Bin looking for the play. But instead, BLG just going to take down this bot lane inhibitor with mid lane next on the menu, with another wave crashing in very, very shortly. On, going in forward, just trying to lock down Breathe right now, who forces to go golden. Bin flashing over the Weaver's wall. Again, the bullet time not doing too much, but is it enough to take down Bin? The answer is no. The healing is there, and Bilibili Gaming are ravaging this team fight. Hong is now the next target with the Eclipse. Light tries to flash forward to pick up something, but BLG will reign supreme and take us to match point in this series.
They kill Xiaohu, and that will be it for game number 3. Weibo, with an incredible opening, are not able to close it. It's 23-9. Game score would have told you this was a one-sided game, but the complete different here for the rest of the game. Heavy burst here from BLG, a lot of good setup with the amount of crowd control coming from the jungle and support, and they need to be able to stomp these lanes. This game doesn't get easier for Weibo, but they have a ton of engage to be able to make plays happen. Way up still had the camp leash, and they're going to go for this dive on the bottom wave. This has to go well for BLG.
Now there is teleports available for both solo laners of Weibo, but I don't know if they want to utilize it. Flashing away already is Hong, and Light has to cleanse away from the cocoon. Already the Ignite's ticking on top of him, and the first blood is picked up by On, who uses the repel beautifully and is able to avoid the tower from taking him down. Now Hong is dangerously low and will be taken down. It's 2-0 BLG.
That's exactly what we wanted to see, and I love this from Knight. He goes into the top side, tries to get vision. Now he needs to be able to survive here. It is going to be his clone being taken down, but getting vision onto Tien is such an important move here for BLG's mid lane, so that they can, if they can, try to catch out BLG on the exit from these grubs. More so, prevent them from getting both sides of the objective around the bottom side as well.
I mean, if they can steal one away, that's big just in terms of, you know, negating that feat of strength potentially over. Should be at least a smite fight, and actually with that grub resetting, now Weibo are the ones with a little bit of control, and with Knight chunked down to about 400 HP, it's going to be a little bit risky for BLG to fully commit to this one, so Weibo will be able to pick up that one grub.
Some of those camps, it'll be a first dragon here for BLG, so they got a majority of the grubs, they got the first dragon, they got the first 2 kills of this game, but aside from, I will say they're keeping the state of the map in a good spot. They're making sure to advance the game in meaningful ways around objectives. From Weibo ends up kind of striking rich for them, as they not only get that summoner spell. Whoa!
Okay, looks like Elkanon think that they're going to have to do it themselves, and they do! They one-shot Hong on the Nico, not even able to flash away or use a Pop Blossom, but now a collapse could be imminent. Teleport coming in. It's going to be from Xiaohu, who has the Between Worlds available. Curtain Call will be opened up. It is a 3v2, but the health bars are on Weibo's side. On will get bursted down by the third shot, and the fourth will slow up Knight up for now. Dodge away from the Deadly Flourish. He still does have a Distort available in a couple of seconds. He'll use that to get over the Dragon Pit wall and head back to base safely.
On the map, which means Weibo should be able to get these sets of grubs, putting them at 4-2, and oh my god, Xiaohu might actually just get a free kill here. Oh, gets a teleport out from Bin though.
Yeah, and Xiaohu has the flash and a lot of movement speed there, so no danger of going down, just forcing BLG to respond with another summoner spell, as Bin has now neither the teleport nor the flash, and that allows for Weibo to actually pick up all 3 of these grubs on the top side, as well as picking up plates here up top lane. Breathe actually jumping forward here. The repel is forced on from On, and he is still in a lot of trouble. 4 members of Weibo are going to collapse and pick up another kill. The Gnar with the flash into the wall from Breathe is going to stop it down way. 2-man wall up as well. It's a double kill picked up for Light, and they're potentially going to look for more. They still have that numbers advantage and are trying to trap Elk and Knight between the 2 towers. Another Deadly Flourish comes out. Elk is forced to use the 90 caliber net to escape, and Weibo will control yet another wave in that bottom lane matchup after picking up 3 kills. Has all of those kills right now for Weibo, and now they could look for more. Wei getting trapped out again. Here comes that curtain call, and this Pantheon knows his time is short-lived, as he will fall, and Weibo will make their way towards the dragon.
Yeah, but where was the support, right? Like, On is in the bottom side of the map. We cannot be clearing that. There was no prio as well from Knight, so good punish coming out from Weibo opens up the dragon, and this is a game 4 that is so important. Obviously, if Weibo win, we send ourselves to a game 5 here, and BLG are 1 game away from qualifying to the next part of this playoffs tomorrow. But, I mean, cool, you find Breathe here maybe?
That's the Caitlyn Elise combo we're talking about. The cocoon into the trap, but right now that's just not enough damage even to take down Breathe. Okay, yes it is. There it goes. Ace in the hole comes out, and that's a big chunk of money headed towards Elk.
They want to try to grab this turret.
Starfall goes in onto Tien, lands a stun, and it will be flashed away from as the cocoon does not connect. Teleport comes in from Xiaohu to try to save that tower. It likely will fall, but actually with Hong in the area means that nothing will be able to pick up. And now Xiaohu pops it between worlds and locks down Wei. But here comes Knight. Lands the cocoon onto Hong, who's now chunked down to below 100 HP. Light now arrived to the fight as well. Curtain Call is available, but they don't want to use it without the health bars being too low. And so it's just resources sent down bottom for Weibo to delay the inevitable of this bot lane tier 1 going down.
So many summoner spells as well, and there was really no play. Breathe has not been able to connect for the rest of the team this game. Turrets very early. We're already at 16 minutes, and they barely were able to get 5 plates. Teleport towards top lane.
They're looking for Breathe, trying to get something back here as Bin procs Hextech Ultimatum. Knight and On are on the way. Knight flashes forward to land that tether, and the chains will get doubled up. Breathe will get bursted down. Beautiful execution as the crowd control chain will find the top laner of Weibo.
I mean, LeBlanc ultimate is so low of a cooldown. They're going to start up this Rift Herald here. Not without the current call open.
That's just going to chunk down Wei. Here comes the Elastic Slingshot from Tien, and Wei is already down to below 400 HP. He's very, very low. The burn is taking him down. He's not going to be a factor here in a potential team fight, as that will push BLG away from the Rift Herald, and Weibo actually setting up for that objective really, really nicely here, as they know their backs are up against the wall. Tangle Barbs land here onto Elk between worlds, doing a big decent chunk of damage as well. Xiaohu just doesn't have the distance to close onto Elk, and now Hong might be in a little bit of trouble as On forces the flash away for the Nico. But here comes Bin now. Hook shot forward, combined here with that cocoon. But Tien is so big on this backline. He says, let's bounce, baby. Hong only finds the knockup onto Knight, but it's not enough to take him down. He will be able to distort out, and no kills go either way.
With Weibo getting out with the Rift Herald, they're also able to squeeze a couple more summoner spells out from this. BLG, I don't think they're as clean as they were in form for the last summer finals between these two teams.
Yeah, the Dragon is getting started.
I felt like that was a Super Bowl performance. It's like, we're not allowed to play it yet, you know?
No. We don't want to cast or curse it. I'm not going to say what we heard, but it's going to be a tower picked up here for Xiaohu, as now Wei will make his way down towards the Dragon and pick that one up for BLG. That is 2-1 Dragon lead in their favor. But the rest of the map going very much in Weibo's control. They are up in Rose Petals, they are up in Grubs, they are up a little bit in Gold. And
they're also going to take top tier 2 here as well. So they traded a single Dragon for mid tier 1, 2 top lane turrets, and maybe you lose this bottom tier 1. I think this is a huge trade here coming in from Weibo. And one of the strengths of this team was the fact that they are willing to cross-map for the Otacon. They're one of the first teams to do it in their series, in their group stage. So to see it here now, I feel is more of a reflection of the level of gameplay we've gotten them from before.
The kill of the Otacon is going to give BLG those temporary revives, as it was just a trade in towers on the other side of things. Weibo were able to pick up the top tier 2. Tier 1 still open, and if you end up losing a couple players for it, you'll have that opportunity. But instead, they're going to look for a pick onto Xiaohu, using that tower that they took down earlier. It's a really nice engage from Wei, and that's a big chunk of gold going towards Knight. Already knows he has the revive, already chunking down Light to 30%. Tien just waiting for the opportune time to go in, but doesn't seem like there's going to be one just yet. Finally finds the engage on the way, and they will send him back to the fountain with 200 gold going towards Tien. But it comes at the cost of the mid-tier 1. Lots of map pressure now opened up for BLG.
And now they're starting to equal up some of those turret trades that we saw in the Otacon swap from Weibo. If they make this dive happen as well, it's so good for them.
Yeah, ultimatum onto Breathe, combined with the ace in the hole. Not even a chance here for that Gnar to survive, but it will come at the cost of some of these revives coming through. Xiaohu and Tien will combine for a couple of those. Few hundred gold into the pocket of the Aurora is always a good thing, but it comes at the cost of your top laner being dead for 30 seconds, but it could be more, as Elk is now getting targeted here by that Pop Blossom.
It's a lot easier for them to play for this Dragon that's spawning, and Bin is just allowed to continue split pushing, right? Like, that's another turret falling. He can teleport if he really wants to, but BLG are giving this up in favor of protecting the Camille and maybe even looking to turn towards this Baron.
You can see Weibo, they're really trying to bide their time. They're opting instead of trying to defend their own towers, to pick up another neutral objective here on the Dragon and wait for those third items to come through potentially.
A little bit more creative. Now Hong has the flash again.
Oh, Elk is just completely caught out. He doesn't have his flash just yet. He is able to escape over the wall barely, but the force shot from Light will shut the Caitlyn down. And Weibo already have picked up one. They'll get a second with Wade dropping next. And Weibo Gaming pick up a huge fight in the mid lane off the back of their Nico support and will turn their eyes towards the Baron Nashor.
Open the game in favor of Weibo. They grab the Baron afterwards as well and had to use some of their summoner spells, but I think that's going to be worthwhile for keeping themselves in this game without the summoner spell or with a champion like Pantheon in the game.
Hong, the target here, is Knight. That's a big chunk of damage here with that Ethereal Chain. On trying to follow up Pal Blossom to try and peel. Hong still alive. Deadly Flourish comes out. The Nico will survive. And it's a double kill in for Xiaohu, and BLG are over-indexed. Bin has the magic damage shield. Tries to find the kill.
Bin
Finally
Camille
will take down Hong. But I don't think he'll be able to do much after that. Breathe, jumps forward, tries to take him down with the boomerangs. It is going to be a big crit come from Light to make it a 3-for-0 or 3-for-1 trade in for Weibo.
BLG, they're starting to get caught up in the ways. This game has been dirty on. Why are we flashing?
He
There's
tried
no
to find the
need for
one-shot onto
this!
Xiaohu. Gonna cost him his flash and a repel. With the cost of the curtain call in from Light. Breathe is still exhausted here. Elk now has the flash and will be able to use it to get away from that elastic slingshot and maybe even force the passive of Tien.
Let's go, Elk.
That is going to be enough for that jungler of Weibo to fall as BLG get a little bit of breathing room off of that Baron push.
The part where Weibo have thrown their Baron.
It looks so good, but now Tien spawning in 30 seconds. It is going to be soul point picked up here for Bilibili Gaming. And they're right back into this one. Careful of Knight's flank, but right now Tien is the one leading the charge on this Zac.
Elk is nowhere near. He's back in base. What is he buying? Is he buying another item here? Yeah, he finished his LDR.
Wow.
Huge purchase for him. And there's no Mega Gnar for Breathe, so if there's ever a time now, BLG does have a window where there will be no Mega Gnar available for Weibo. They're just going to protect their base, protect their inhib. They should be looking to cancel recalls, buy Knight some time. He has a ton of AP. He's probably going to be able to one-tap this turret anyway.
We'll be able to pick that one up very easily, and we'll say Wei still has that ultimate and that flash if they want to go for a play. Hong going to force the initiative. Land the two-man Pal Blossom onto Elk, and the Caitlyn is dead! The main carry for BLG is down to the wayside. It's a 2-for-1 overall. Xiaohu is now forced to push forward as Knight is on the retreat, forces that back to be channeled, and the Nexus turrets are under fire. BLG have a 3v4 to try and save this game, or else Weibo will force the game 5. In comes the Starfall for Wei to try to at least clear out the wave, and he will do so successfully and force Weibo to go onto him instead.
This is the ultimate that may save BLG in this game. That could have been the end here. Time to be able to catch up with him. Oh my god, no.
Don't jump over.
He doesn't see him. Great job, Wei.
Wow.
Sneaky guy. I love you can even see the player cans. Elk and Otter are like, yeah, they're laughing to each other. They know. Has had a very valiant series. Even that Viego performance not able to do it. That flash onto Xiaohu. Maybe it's something here. Breathe almost has Mega Gnar.
Here comes Hong. He's using
doing?
the ultimate just to try to peel away from Wei, and it's enough for the jungler of BLG to fall. It's only a 1-for-1 as Hong will go down. A Knight and Elk are still alive. They're still doing a lot of damage. And look at Bin with the Hextech ultimatum, doing a big chunk onto Light, proccing that GA. But Knight is still alive. Xiaohu still on the escape, but Weibo might have bitten off more than they could chew. Here's Bin on his Camille. He'll shut down Light. It is an ace picked up for BLG.
They want to get their revenge here in the playoffs. And with a last game between them and elimination, it seems like Weibo, they may have spent all the gas in the tank.
And that's going to be a Baron picked up.
Shots. Breathe with the flash. He flashes out instead of applying pressure onto the back line. So
BLG want to make that change here. They get one more wave to try and force the initiative and crack things open. Xiaohu takes a big chunk. And now he's actually going to be just the bait as Knight will go down in response. A big setup from Hong will allow for Knight to be taken down at a 4v5 to be opened up for Weibo. Tien dashes in onto Bin. The elastic slingshot combined with the Q is only going to buy some time as this Camille is super strong. Will be unable to be taken down by just a Zac alone. And
honestly hit with a LeBlanc charm. Right in the face. Okay, Vin.
And now he's going in on TN. Has the passive available.
Like
Will buy enough time here for the rest of his team to show up. The passive has been proc, teleports coming in, but now Wei has been locked down by the Pop Blossom, but it will not be enough as the backline is just getting obliterated by this Camille. He's picked up 2. The G has been popped, but he's bought way more than enough time for Elk to finish off the fight. Xiaohu, the last remaining survivor here for Weibo, will not be for long, and BLG might have just done it.
Oh, it took one fight, a single engage, as the entirety of Waybo fall. It was a pick onto TN, and it just doesn't matter. All of the waves are starting to converge, whether it's mid lane, whether it's bottom lane. Waybo have a date with Thunder Talk tomorrow.
It can be in the regular season, it can be in the playoffs, it can be in international, or it can be domestic, it can be in the upper or the lower bracket. BLG beats Weibo, all the same. They take this series 3-1 and will get their matchup against Thunder Talk tomorrow.
Some engage tools from the side of Top Esports here. I mean, you can steal the Ash Arrow, the Glacial Prism from Kanavi, hell, even the Fate Sealed if you feel courageous enough to dive deep into the backline.
It's a top squad that has bested them previously. So far, so good for this early game, as we're now seeing a lot of movement up to this top side. Top Esports going to have to concede these first 3 groups. For the time being, Invictus Gaming continuing their relative success through this early game. Only 700 gold to begin with for the first 6 minutes, and early tracking down to the bot side. Stolen Enchanting Crystal Arrow locks up Crisp, who does Ferromancy away. Jackie the forced to flash, and IG unsuccessful.
First dragon of the game, and they're well past the ready state. They're just going to take it now. The fact, will Top Esports try and contest and look for a pick here? The Glacial Prison still connects despite the fight. Oh, Rookie tried to sidestep and dodge the ulti.
Sedge damage?
He should go down. There it is. Kanavi picks up first blood.
Yeah, one more whack with the flail. Kanavi able to find it. You see, you come back, Mark, and they start fighting. They were just waiting for you to return. So much higher. Top have got 2 front lines, 3 carries, and they all do dive pretty well. And now IG trying to fight for these grubs.
True Shot Barrage. I believe Kanavi was able to smite, secure one of them. Looks for the Glacial Prison,
no,
and
Rookie.
this one hits Rookie again, and no flash to even dodge it. Now the rest of IG trying to see if they can collapse and get a revenge kill or 2, but the Shy goes way too deep, and now Kareem for the re-engage. Looks for the backline. Mako and Gall are in trouble. JJ tries the Heartbreaker out, but his heart is still shattered in pieces as 369 tries to flash forward, looks for the kill, but gets flashes out of Gala and Mako. And Top Esports, first 12 minutes of the game, Root, and they're running away with it.
And you just see the power of the engage that Top have. Kanavi spots Rookie a little bit too far forward, collapses on him with the Glacial Prison. Play respectfully, they made sure that IG didn't get a bigger snowball than Top Esports were comfortable with, and now IG are in this position where they've now somehow got to fight their way back into this game, which again, don't get me wrong, might be possible, but is going to be much more difficult
Already
than
see
it.
that JJ potentially looking for an opportunity to try and punish 369 if he overstays for another wave here, but assuming that Top Esports are playing the map pretty safely and correctly here, they should just get a pretty easy turret trade with no repercussions on the other side.
Yeah, you know, turret trade, I think it might just be a turret, to be honest, and 369 now going to be the prio on top side.
Ah, okay, well, 369 may have overextended for the wave. He thought, hey guys, maybe I can get this wave in, and, you know,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you're not allowed to do that. I'm gonna die for this wave.
I definitely said that. But what I would never say, never, joking, is I'm going to die for this Rift Herald, and that may end up being the consequence for 369 here. IG, they've got the numbers advantage in this top lane. 5 versus 4, they should be able to take this, but Top is still posturing aggressively and TPing in.
Oh, the Q flash looks for Rookie, but he flashes away in time. Cream now, Fate Sealed right back onto the Shy. JJ looks for the Heartbreaker, but doesn't get the reset. Cream is out of there. Jackie Love in trouble, though. Gala's on the front, looks for it, and forces Jackie Love to flash. Now, Top Esports, without their damage dealers, they are in trouble because it's just frontliners without any abilities, and Kanavi's now in a world of trouble, and this is where the IG composition can thrive.
Ahead of them losing in the first place and getting some kills back now, evening up that gold graph and making sure that they're not out of this game just yet. Quick True Shot Barrage into that top side to spot out 369, potentially secure himself a faster recall as well. They make it turn back around.
Well, now Top Esports are going to see if they can get revenge, but JJ is hovering the Shy. However, he's got no flash, and that Glacier Prison in the Ash Arrow from downtown just says good night to the top laner of IG.
Little red dot on the top of the Shy's head there as Jackie from downtown snipes him out.
Solo lane prowess over their solo lane counterparts at the moment, and just based on how much gold both 369 and Cream have over their counterparts, this is where Top Esports can deny IG the opportunity to look for those skirmish scenarios.
Yeah, and Cream's going to have ulti up again in not too distant future, and without some respect and some priority shown from IG, yep.
Oh,
the Shy's...
man. They hate the Shy, man. He's not getting a chance to play the game. Already 4 deaths in, but a punish on the Cream, but a good Q3 over the wall gets him out to safety.
Rest of the map as well. IG have to play respectfully as there's a little flank here.
Rookie's looking for Jackie Love, but he goes for Cream, but then dashes back onto Jackie Love. I mean, what the was the focus there? I mean, maybe they could turn it around, but as I say, that JJ also falls in an instant in Top Esports. That just looked like 2 kills gift wrap for free.
And Jackie Love will more than happily take them. A double kill for the Ashe, and Jackie, you know, has no flash. Should have been the attention of IG, but he's able to mind control Rookie into sending him one direction before he pivots his way back. And again, just a little desync to the execution of this composition for IG. The bar is very high. A complete switch up from previous iterations of IG. They've splashed out on a super roster, this super team of players, for the first time in a long, long time. And if they get knocked out of playoffs, the first chance they get, we were expecting great things, but they weren't quite happening. And Top Esports, you know, this team that, again, has also struggled as Gala eat forward.
Good cleanse, but the Arcane Shift and the Flash are forced out. Jackie Love is still on the front. Maybe it's a punish. Good for JJ to get the reset, but he's in the Ash, and he's going to provide the slows. And now Top Esports, they're the ones that overextended. And here it comes, wait a minute, Cream on the back. Soul Unbound finds Gala, but it's still only the solo laners of Top Esports left to fend for themselves.
Almost. From Kanavi there as he goes just a little bit too deep. Gala once again. Yes, he's the one that goes down, but he's able to bait in so much of Top Esports. It opens the floodgates for IG to create these battle lines that allow access to Jackie, to the backline, and make sure that Ashe ends up falling.
Not showing up at the most convenient of times since they had such a nice lead against IG, but they're burning down this Otacon fairly fast. JJ cannot get in. Good warding by Cream to just block JJ's entrance. That's the Otacon secured for Top Esports. He's waiting for Rookie to use a W. Oh, the Glacier Prison goes wide. Fate Seal doesn't quite land. Rookie still gets clipped on his way out with the Fate Seal. Maybe it's enough damage with the Soul Unbound. Yes, it is. Q3 goes right through him. And JJ can't do anything to bail out his mid laner.
It's been a bit of a slow one, but those objectives have spawned. We've got a Baron up on the map. Top Esports not looking for it.
Jackie Love's in trouble. Instantly popped by the Shy. He's got the Otacon GA, so he's going to be back on the field. But the rest of Top Esports are fancying this fight. Maybe it's just all of the back of Cream. He gets another Q3 and takes out the Shy alongside Chris. But Kanavi's going to fall. Otacon GA number 2 is expended. And 369 was pushing through top lane all the same.
All that, not able to find much more as Top have now turned to the Baron.
Okay, Top Esports are burning it super fast. JJ is chunked below 50% HP. 1400.
Steal!
He stole it! JJ, not heartbreaking, doesn't escape, but he did his damn duty. He stole the Baron, and now all IG's got to do is just live and not give over any more deaths. And man, they're fancying more, but Cream finds the angle. Fate sealed onto Gala. Rookie saves him, and he gets back out with a solo unbound. Gala is still surviving through it all, and 369 tries to flash the abilities damage from the shot, and he wins the 1v1 just barely. Oh, Rude, we have a banger on our hands as Rookie is looking for a revenge kill, but 369 gets out with that blast cone.
My word, Rafa, so much just happened, and IG come away with the Baron. Top Esports think that they can use the Atacon tempo, those fake deaths and shorter death timers, to get out into the map, find the objective before IG can get there. But JJ, with just the thinnest of margins, flashes in, Heartbreakers out, steals the Baron. 6-9 here knows that with the flash, he can make this work. Flashes out on the Q of the Shy, just keeps himself safe. As now IG with this Baron are looking to take turrets.
And suddenly, even though they're down 3,000 gold, they have the means to be able to gain some ground back on the map.
But the solo lanes absolutely being destroyed as top esports. You know, 3k gold lead in that mid lane, 1.5 on that top side as well.
Regrets whatsoever, and really caused a lot of disruption for IG to deal with. As Rookie, it's gone on him to face check, as he's actually picking a fight here with the Glacier Prison onto Kanavi. I mean, that's a tank. I don't know if you want to pick that target, and there is the follow-up. Chris finds the Magnastorm flash off of Jackie Love's arrow. Rookie tries to go back in, tries to disrupt for the team.
Cream!
Once again, and he's creaming, baby. Top Esports off of their mid laner, the one guy that hasn't had an international title yet, but he is going to show what the world he is made of in this world, as Gala is able to deal with 369, but the rest of Top Esports, they've got 3 strong.
Oh, well,
against 1. Oh, wait, Gala finds Jackie Love, but Cream still puts him away, and that might have saved the game from ending, but Top Esports surely could look for a Baron.
Yet again on the Yone, 7-0 and 8 this game. An absolutely titan performance to start out this best of 5 series.
Any one of your carries falls for IG, your damage output and your reliability of being able to win the fight goes down significantly, especially if your reset carry is one of the first champions that goes down.
The tankiness with Crisp and Kanavi, who, you know, Kanavi this game, matching pace with a Viego in terms of farm, not something that you will typically see, especially as we move later and later into the game.
Jackie Love, I think the arrow's gone too, I can't tell with the spectator splash arp.
Even still, that's pretty much job done for IG. As long as they can keep all of those turrets up, Cream put a big chunk down into the mid lane and may well just have secured the mid lane tier 3 turret. Misleading, yes, there's you know, this 10,000 gold lead almost for Top Esports, but a lot of that is going to be unspent and on Cream that is effectively useless because he can't get any stronger.
Yeah. I got a little nervous for JJ there. He didn't know where the rest of Top Esports was, but they're looking for the Shy instead. There's the layering of the Glacial ultimate. The Shy's the first target. Meanwhile, Cream and Chris are causing a lot of chaos in the backline once again, and this is it. Top Esports found their members. No resets available as JJ looks for Chris Rel, and he gets out, but Rookie falls, and Jackie Love is going to be able to put him into the dirt. JJ, I don't know if you could pull off a miracle. You're down 1-4. It would be quite awesome to see, but the Q3 connects and clips him. That's the ace for Top Esports, and that's game 1 going over to them.
Took them 41 minutes, Rafa, but they put the Nexus in the dirt, and Top Esports start out as we'd imagined that they might do. 1-0 up in this series. Who's diving with the Shy this game? Ambessa is going to go public execute somebody, and then the rest of the team are just going to be POV watching, seeing if they can get anything.
Then the Lilia takes over. The Lilia becomes a much more threatening team fight presence. Now, that being said, we already talked about draft-wise. That's going to be really difficult going into the composition that Top Esports have drafted now. There's a teleport. And I believe it's 369 trying to pick up the wave. The flash from Mako tries to guarantee the auto attack for the concussive blows, but these turret shots are ramping up fast, but not fast enough. That's first blood for IG.
Called off. Could very well cost Kanavi or a couple of his camps as he in fact is deciding to go for an invade himself.
Oh, but they're going to turn on to Mako, and they know that he doesn't have flash from before since he made that dive happen, and Jackie Love steps up to make it happen. Jeje also in trouble. Remember, this Lilia also doesn't have flash, but they try to look for the CC, but Kanavi didn't quite have a spear available. Or maybe walk on over, but as I say that, Jackie Love and Chris responded on vision. They're going to spot that the dragon is being started up, but there is a smite to secure it. Now the question is, do Top Esports want to try and pick off a member, but they just can't get there in time?
Yeah. And that doesn't start from in a lower bracket. First of all, it's a failing on their part to have lost out on that position to begin with. But getting through Swiss stage, yeah, but then they immediately get 0-3'd out in the quarterfinals of Worlds. This is their first chance to get back into the limelight. I think that IG probably going to struggle a little more as we get to 5v5s if they don't have a little bit of a lead. So that investor dives forward, doesn't have the support of the rest of the team.
Oh, first grub. JJ is able to secure from themselves, so they at least deny the 6 grub nightmare scenario, but Chris fancies himself an engage on Mako. JJ tags him, and Chris was now forced to escape. Rookie looks for Jackie Love. Hey, had flash, but he didn't use it. He had both summoner spells, but he still goes down. Top Esports, now without their AD carry, can't really challenge unless Cream can equalize it, but the Spiraling Despair doesn't finish off Mako. The Shy is cut off from being able to collapse with the rest of his team, but he's still safe enough to walk away from the fight.
So a big win for IG here on this top side. Going to be 3 grubs picked up for them, and they can maybe even look to recall it.
Many years. That being said, The group stage play that JackeyLove has put on has not been super shining of the ceiling that we have seen from this guy over his career. And so if you're a JackeyLove fan and a top esports fan altogether, you really want this guy to lock in, you know? Top esports gotta be a little careful. This turret hasn't been taken quite yet. They're just doing what they can to bully off IG from defending it, and with the last bit of the proc there of these plates, Top Esports will net themselves first tower of the game, while Rookie is collecting plates for himself on the top side of the map.
Secures the objective one, and one more kill for IG will find Warfare. As Top beelining it out to the top side with these chem plants, they're able to find so much move speed as well. Not able to defend the tier 1 turret on this top side, but you can see already just every team, or both of these teams I should say, know where the play is going to be made.
And absorb a lot of that poke damage, but Top Esports doing a good job of bullying out IG away from the river as they look for the Herald.
Summon a heal used in exchange for the solar flare from Crisp. So that ranged engage for Crisp now not available. Will have to sacrifice his body if he wants to get in. TP from the Shy is far, but it's bullied Top Esports away here. IG have wrestled back control over the river, and not without control of the mid lane. IG now the ones to start this up, but Top won't give this for free.
5k still on the Rift Herald. Top Esports got to be careful about the Shy looming over. There's a control ward that has full vision of this Mbessa trying to make that flank happen. And it's enough that Top Esports are not going to even try for the Rift Herald contest. IG are able to secure it for themselves.
Chips in the early game to find themselves at least purchase on this second objective.
It's pretty difficult for Top Esports to wrestle their way into the river as they look for the engage. Crisp and JackeyLove immediately flash away. Solar Flare looks for Rookie. He flashes out as well. A lot of summoner spells already burned off of multiple ultimates being expended. There's the fear onto Jeje, and now they pounce.
Oh, he's
Jeje's
gone.
gone. Good night, Bambi. That's the Cougars sinking their fangs into the deer.
The objective going to go the way of Top Esports. They'll find themselves that second dragon, and it's off the back, really, of one quick pick, and it's off the back of Cream once again.
This advantageous scenario funneling in through that corridor on this Otacon.
Now is the time for the poke to happen, right? Cream, JackeyLove, Kanavi, 369, they've all got tools to poke people out. IG has stood standing on an objective. Fortunately, it's in the lane. They've got a lot of space to work with. IG have started this, but they're going to be tanking. They're going to be reducing resists, and Top should look for a fight.
Less than 4,000. The Shy is spotted. 369 immediately marks him. Oh, good on Rookie. Finds JackeyLove, but no one can really follow up. The Glacial Fisher finds the knockup, but he cleanses the slow. And the rest of Top Esports, they just barrel on forward, praying that it's enough to win them the fight. JackeyLove falls, but Kanavi sinks his fangs, but the Otacon was secured by IG. So it's just GAs being popped here. Fake deaths for the side of IG. And they're going to look to see how many more kills they can get. The Shy is not able to find anymore. And Top Esports, they didn't get the Otacon, but it definitely feels more of a big win for Top Esports. 369 should be fine. Doesn't have flash though. If Rookie wants to send it for the shuffle, yes he will. The Shy connects as well. And 369 doesn't have enough movement speed, but he's got the heal from Kanavi to bail him out. I mean, this guy's super tanky, and thanks to Nidalee, ultimate that IG have, it would really be down to Gala to find a chain of corruptions onto a key target. But meanwhile, this entire time, 369 had the mid-wave pushed in and says, I mean, if they're going to fret about whether they want to step up for the Dragon or not, I'm just going to take their towers.
No, and now they've escorted 369 out of mid lane by, shepherding IG the long way through their jungle. Top playing that little sequence much, much better. And IG, again, they don't have the same ability to contest at range.
It's not really the story. It's just this. Oh, I like this, though. IG, they're getting ready to ball.
Spotted.
Top Esports know that the Baron has been started up. Kanavi, no flash. 3,000 HP. Kanavi, one spear. It is secured, and Crisp is in there, but Cream has a great angle on this top lift flank. Mako is the first one that falls to JackeyLove, but the rest of IG, if they can survive, this is a great Baron secure, but the Curtain Call and the Searing Bolts are trying to find their targets and their mark. One last Curtain Call bullet hits Rookie in the face. He's forced to flash. Gala can't escape. The deadly flourish snipe from over the top. JackeyLove, the sniper for Top Esports. He's not going to chance it because he's taken too much damage, all from the back of Top Esports carries.
So I love this for IG. Yes, they lose out on Gala and they lose out on Mako, and granted, double summoners for the Varus being lost feels pretty rough as well.
Going to try to take as many structures as they can with this push. There's no teleport from... I lied. 369 and Cream have teleports if they want to answer on the bottom side of the map, but they're just going to take the long walk as 369 answers towards the top side of the map.
Because
That's
they
right.
were missing the trap.
The poke
spells.
and the traps all combined. They're going to do their work on the IG as they're slowly losing health on these bars. Jed looping around the bottom side, looking for an angle. Q-flash onto a couple members. 4,000 HP on the Dragon. The fight is stalled out. Public execution falls onto Cream. He's the target, but he flashes away. But the Shy has the mobility to be able to tag him down. The Cream falls, but Kanavi secures soul for the rest of Top Esports. Rookie is down. The rest of Top Esports, they can fend off for themselves without Cream, but the Shy, this is the highlight moment. This is the time to make up for IG being able to come back at this game, and Christmas still on the run. Kanavi throws out a spear, is able to get vision for now, and gives an escape path. He's going to take his chances to get the Shy. I don't know if that was wise enough, but he's got the heal. He's got the blast cone. He's going to hop, skip, jump away. And this Kanavi is just one slippery cat. More forward. Cream. Good enough for Top Esports. Not right on top of Jackie Love, just to separate and make sure that they're not too close. A little bit of stutter on the frame as Mako gets caught by the deadly flourish. There's a spiraling despair. This just could be the IG support going down for free. The rest of Top Esports now find themselves in a 5-on-4, and IG is seemingly a little more difficult to try and find this fight. Crisp. Whoa, good flash by Gala, but now I don't even think Cleanse is quite up yet, so he has to be careful when he steps up again.
So Top are going to start this Baron, I think, in the face of Rookie and the Shy, both of which still have ulti, especially in a pit versus Azir. Rookie can go huge.
Deadly Flourish connects onto Rookie. He's in trouble. He pops the stasis, still has a flash if he needs to get alive. He tries to flash in. He was stunned momentarily. It's a three-man shuffle. It's going to be enough for Top Esports, but they have the GA for Jackie Love to survive, and Cream is still full HP. Chain of Corruptions, two-man tag with the lilting lullaby, but no
IG
one
are
can
doing
follow
it.
up because IG, they're pushing through, but just not enough strength and confidence to be able to push through the river to punish every single member of Top Esports. Only 369 fell. Kanavi! Looks for the takedown! The Nidalee combo! That's it, baby! Kanavi, one of the best Nidalee players in the world, finds his moment to snipe out Gala and find themselves in a position to start in the Baron as well. Jed tries to get vision with that swirling seed. Deadly Flourish connects onto Mako. The Shy trying to force his way in, but the Baron has been stopped for now.
Crisp looking, he's driving forward for an engage. Zenith Blade goes wide, doesn't want to commit that solar flare. And this is where the power of IG's range finds itself.
Solar flare. Does he have flash? He has the stasis to buy some time. Kanavi pounces back. Rookie looks for Jackie Love. Kanavi's caught, but he pounces over the wall to safety again. And Rookie, the shuffle, not quite ideal for IG to save this game, and he goes down. Lilting Lullaby from Jed is going to try to save the game. Jackie Love is still running away. He's totally fine, and the Shy is not. Gala gets hit by the fear. The cleanse is not enough. Kanavi and the Cream are going to carry this one through, but Jed is still alive, and he's ramping up on Lilia. This is the late game fantasy that Lilia can achieve, and it's enough for Top Esports to feel threatened away from the river. That solar flare does not connect onto Rookie. IG starting up the Elder Dragon. The rest of Top Esports have to find their way into the river now, but members of IG starting to get split up, and the Elder is nowhere near close to getting burned down. The curtain call is starting to scatter IG across.
Oh my god, Gala!
A lot of damage on the Gala. That fourth bullet clipped him, and he's now down below 75% HP. Top Esports now have a free way in. They're committing towards the front. 369 marking the Shy on the back. Rookie got three-man shuffle once again. Jed connects with the combo. Jackie Love cleans up Gala before he goes down, but Cream is completely isolated and found out. Kanavi, it's up to you and 369 to carry out this fight. He goes back in. The pounce looking for the takedown once again. Jed still trying to kite this one out. Good stun by Mako, trying to buy as much time for Jed, but 369 sends it to the skies with a hammer, and Jed has to give ground. Kanavi and 369 triumphant in the river fight.
TP's going to be up for Rookie and the Shy in 20 seconds, but that's not enough time.
And while Jed just trying to put on the game of his life, Kanavi has other things to say. Deathless on his signature Nidalee. Jed has one chance. The blast code, he goes in. No way! Jed steals it and saves time for IG. And he
kills him!
The Lilia passive will burn down Kanavi at 369. Are you kidding me? Jed Jeje proves him wrong, and suddenly Rude, for all the disadvantages that IG had throughout the entire game, they're suddenly, for the first time up, as now Shuffle's gonna find Chris. Solar Flare tries to lock down Rookie. Cream sinks it up with the curtain call and the Spiraling Despair, but it's still not enough damage to threaten Rookie quite yet. Jeje's in, looks for it, goes a little crazy, trying to maybe he goes a little too far, and IG have been off more than they could chew. Maybe they got a little too crazy in their heads, thinking that they had the world at their fingertips, but now it's slipping through. Top Esports, they don't have to worry about a Baron expiring anytime soon, since it's already been taken away in 2.5 minutes on this buff. But man, oh man.
Further ahead, where JJ finds himself now 3,000 gold over his counterpart, but other than that, we're largely even across the board. Jackie Love with a small advantage. He's almost 6 items. Cream as well. Nearly there.
Nidalee attack speed buff over to an 80 carry, but it works for Jin. Is now Top Esports.
Hold on.
Ending their formation towards the bottom river. Oh, Kanavi might be caught here. Forced to flash away. The Lilting Lullaby already used. Crisp is in the middle of all of them. Spiraling Despair on the Shy as he blinks over with the public execution. Rookie is taken out by Jackie Love. That's the damage. That's the Gathering Storm. But Jeje has other on his mind as he's able to carry it through. Q flash into multiple members, but is it going to be enough? It's all on the Shy. He has to carry it through. Can he do the damage? Jackie Love is pumping though, and the Shy still has to deal with the GA, the spawn. Kanavi, can he keep his 80 carry alive? Jackie Love's got so much HP. Good flash by the 80 carry of Top Esports, and that's
They've done it!
Top Esports prevail through the most gruesome fight we have seen in the LPL yet of the first split of the season, but damn, Jackie loves Jin because no one doesn't like him.
He won them game 2 in their best of 3 in the Demacia Cup, and he wins them game 2 in their best of 5 that could very well knock out IG from the LPL. Jackie Love and Jin are pairing a match made in heaven.
The observers are noting that the minion wave is coming in, but death timers are not short enough that I think it's going to matter. Top Esports will bring this series to match point. 2-0 against IG. I would be surprised to see a Misfortune, since there's so much point-and-click CC available from IG to really make Misfortune's life very difficult in setting up those bullet times. One person that should be looked at even more, particularly in this Game 3, it is Gala on the Kaisa, someone who has won MSI with this particular champion, as now IG getting further into the jungle. Jeje takes the death of the Nautilus hook, and Jackie Love is forced to flash away. Jeje still in trouble. Cream is looking. That's first blood. It barely goes over to Rookie as he was able to snipe away Jackie Love before Jeje fell. At least that's a little bit of extra gold for IG.
Whereas it looks like 369 will be able to get the majority of this XP. There's no jungler to help with this dive, but if 369 can hit level 2,
and Navi is also speeding on over. 369 knows that they want to make the dive happen. The ramp dirt. Oh, it's so hard.
Double root.
Won the W, and the root from Kanavi sets him up for success. As now Gall is forced to run away. Still has the flash, and he didn't have to use it to escape. IG are not willing to let Top Esports get advantages like this early on for free. They are contesting them with almost impeccable rotations, just matching at every single turn, just making sure that if Top Esports are going to go for a play, IG are going to be right there with them.
Well, again, an organization that haven't had a big playoff series since the World Quarterfinals, where they immediately got 0-3 by T1, the eventual champions. This is a great chance for them to right those wrongs and to start to stay back to the world.
In an elimination match, and Tien over on Weibo Gaming, who has already been eliminated. Rookie trying to link up with Mako and look for the all-in on Cream. And now with Jeje in the party as well, Cream has no chance to escape. The rocket jump is not bailing him out today.
Decent advantage in those trades, but Kanavi once again down on the spot side looking for the Shy, but not the easiest target to try and dive.
And he's also spotted on a ward, so the Shy can link up with Jeje, flashes away, but doesn't get the chance to use the second cast. And 369 Kanavi able to just completely trounce the Shy before Jeje is able to respond. And now Cream with another wave coming in. This Vi is about to pay retributions for the gank on mid lane. Cream wants revenge. Rookie tries to bail him out, but the charm goes wide, and Jeje's got nowhere else left to run as Cream picks it up.
Gaming, so they will even up that score. And now the question is, do Top Esports make their way down to that Dragon? Are they going to look to try to trade that on their way back? as Mako already beelining it down here. Level 6 on the Pantheon. Well, they're not going to look for a Tristana ulti, but might just be able to loop around and find a stun instantly.
Yeah, Cream has Flash and Rocket Jump. He would have to use both in good succession. Good buffer, and the Flash dodges the charm. And now, Rookie can Spirit Rush away, but Mako might be in trouble. Still has a Flash. Whoa!
Okay!
It lands onto Rookie, and is the CC chain long enough to lock him down? But they turn around onto Crisp, and he overextends too far forward. And IG with the punish take out the support of top.
Yeah, we knew that going in, Mark. Rookie's got 2 charges. He's going to have to layer this perfectly if they want to get away with it. TP down to the bot side from the Shy. He's got ulti.
And here comes Jeje as well. Cream and 369. No Flash for the Tristana. The call of the Forge God. There's the bellow of the Ram as Cream is totally taken out. But 369, good use of the ultimate to displace himself. But wait a minute, Mako flashing forward for the stun. Is it enough? Gala, Killer Instinct, a couple Baron attacks. It's enough. But now he's locked under the tower with Crisp. But he's far away enough that he's actually just fine. And Crisp is 3 levels down against this Kala Kaisa. He's totally fine, and Chris has got to be careful. He looks for the dredge line. Gala is chancing it. The berry, it's the bait. Death charge, not enough damage. Gala still survives.
And IG expend all 5 members down to the bot side to try to collapse onto top. Now Kanavi in trouble.
Oh, top esports, they're just falling apart. They're just dying one by one, and IG are running away with the momentum. Talk about a comeback story. Maybe this is just the beginning.
They are crumbling in this 2-0 advantage, and IG, with their tournament lives on the line, the failings of this organization, Mako steps a little, to the right, catches a stun on the way back out, and Crisp ends up falling.
Already blocked a lot of the damage with the Empowered E, but Cream can't find a little bit more. Crisp, does he have the dredge line? He snags Mako onto the tower. Death charge and Strangle Thorns. It's enough, but he gives his life for the greater cause. Rookie forced to use the Spirit Rush, but he's got 3 full charges to dodge any incoming damage. Here comes Gala, and he's got a Flash. Depending on how far top esports overextend for this play, but 369 is still here. Cancels the recall. Gala forced to flash away just in time as the turret falls.
Need also 500 gold there, and the real advantage had been 369. Now Crisp and the Shy looking to go toe-to-toe.
Crisp blocks him down. Kanavi's there as well for another route, and there's nowhere that the Shy can go. Just overextended on pushing that wave. Rift Herald already spawned, an IG in position trying to solo it out as fast as possible before top esports can collapse.
And they might not even need to collapse. Cream was bot lane, but he's teleported in, so 5 versus 4. IG should have to give this.
Rookie's trying to hide in the darkness, look for a flank.
Oh, they're going in!
Flash the charm, they're looking to burst the plant lady, and they pull it off, and Rookie just gets out alive, but the Ignite is trying to take him down. Jackie Love is hunting for the Fox. Meanwhile, top esports have to deal with the fact that Gala is still alive and completely eviscerates the remaining members of top esports. Jackie Love, unfortunately for him, didn't find Rookie in the back end of it at all.
Onto Rookie, but the entire time where he's, trying to kill that, his team are dying.
Rush, Kanavi, no Flash available this time, and the charm lands true. Rookie finds another one with another Spirit Rush charge. Picks up Crisp on the back half, and Jackie Love, they know that he doesn't have a Flash. They could at least try to burn the cleanse, but he walks away safely. But IG are doing it, Rude. They're steamrolling these early game.
Is that the only way out is through. The only way for them to win this game is just to keep forcing fights, and they're doing exactly that. Consistently finding people.
Yeah, Gala's got... Oh, no! Turn off the camera! Oh, no, Cream! Fair amount of gold across multiple members here. Cream is back, but no Flash after the debacle on the top side of the map. Dragon being bursted down by IG. Rookie once again in the shadows, looking for that flank. This time, Cream trying to mark him, but the call of the Forge God summoned by the Shy. Gets the engage down. Makos flies in. Rookie also once again on the right flank, and Cream is forced out of the fight. Tries to get a little bit of damage, but Gala is untouched. And when Gala's untouched, he reigns supreme on this Kaisa. Picks up the triple, and IG are well on their way to bringing this series back.
From the bot side and to the top side, they have made top esports drop. The dragon will fall. Turrets will fall. Game 3 is firmly in IG's hands.
20 minutes, 22 kills for IG. This is the most dominant we have seen from this squad. This is the peak that this team was expected to deliver. Piling on Jackie Love's own damn World Championship skin. I mean, that That has got to add to it. And Rookie looking again for another flank. This time, Jackie Love is able to get out alive, but Chris is burned down. Another Q flash from Jet as he connects with Gala onto the backline, and it's just a slaughter! Top Esports, there's no ground left to escape from the terror that is IG when they come alive.
This game's done, baby. Gala is too fed. And IG, they're going to take us to another game. It may take them a couple of minutes, but this game 3 is signed, sealed, and delivered. Invictus Gaming backs against the wall. They pull out the shotgun and snap back.
IG are going to use the Rift Herald to crack open the base. And like you said, Rude, I think this game is pretty much done and dusted. Not quite a 10,000 gold lead for IG, but with the massive advantage that Gala has on this Kaisa, where Rookie sits on this Ahri, Otacon being picked up as well.
Team fights, as long as they're all going in at roughly the same time, they're probably going to be fine. And Top Esports taking their own jungle is a step.
Oh, the Shy gets canceled in the second cast by Chris, but he still falls anyway. Mako diving into the backline.
2v1!
Pantheon is soloing Jackie Love. You know that this game is in dire straits for Top Esports. IG, oh, that Void Seeker nearly clipping Jackie Love on the back end.
Tier 2 will fall in this bot lane. They're not going to lose too much more, and for me at the minute, it's a caution for IG that they can't get the Baron, right?
Two games, the Silas and the Azir, shaky, and just not enough of what we expect from a player of his caliber and degree. But he's been performing well with IG as now they force the engage onto Kanavi once again. No flash on the Zyra means that he's an easy target. Here comes Rookie over the wall once again, looking for Jackie Love. There's Gala styling on Jackie Love with his own damn skin. Another triple kill, this time for Jeje. And 369 is the only straggler left alive, but the best that he can hope for is try to cut off this minion wave. But Rude, I think we're going to game 4.
IG have cut it off. They have picked up the wave. They will barrel down mid lane. Gates are already open for them, Mark, and this series is not done yet.
IG are not going down without a fight. History will not be written in stone yet. That throne is cold, but they want to warm it up once again. IG bounce back and answer Top Esports, taking us to game 4.
If you get one shot from a Wukong Ori combo, what are you going to do? You're just going to get taken out, and there's nothing really as an answer. I do like what Top Esports responded with, though, Mark. You highlighted it perfectly. We've got point-and-click ulti on Akali, same for Renekton with his stun, and the polymorph as well in the laning phase in this mid lane. So a little bit of a move up to this top side to ensure they secure the Krugs, or the Grubs, rather. Again, 369 coming out largely on top in these trades. Already up a couple of CS. There and not go down. Successful benchmark. Now he's got to do it versus the Zeri and the Yuumi, which is a much easier type of fight.
It's actually a really cool trade from Top Esports, because normally once you send your duo mid lane, you would expect that the opposition would do the same. Otherwise, you lose prio for both the objectives. However, they don't want to put Rookie, who's down a flash, into a side lane where Cream has both flash and ult advantage, because then that puts Rookie in and wait a minute, he's going to go in looking for Jeje, or trying to force him off the dragon. The shockwave pulls him back in, and he's got Yuumi to at least give him a little bit of extra heals. He secures the dragon. Cream is forced to flash over the wall, but Jeje's going to flash over and follow up. Cyclone for the kill. First blood goes over to IG. Maybe Cream just went a little too deep. 369 trying to get the retribution kill, but he's not going to find it. And Gala's now got the pepper fire to be able to push them back.
I think the discussion around the mid lane is going to be incredibly important. Whoever has to play against Doinby is now the Shy looking for a 369 gank.
Yeah, 369 definitely in trouble. Pops the Dominus, but he's going to get locked down by the Maokai CC, and the Cyclone just bops him up to Kingdom Come. IG up 2-0 on the board.
Roll through the backline. That pairing on top of a Maokai that will go in. Shockwave as well, and now Kanavi forcing Shy's flash, but not going to be too much else to get from this. Very happy with IG.
Unless, no, he's got the third cast of the 3-town strike, and 369 is able to slice and dice his way through the minion wave, but the Shy is still too damn tanky to take down. Kanavi and 369 are going to brute force it, and they find the kill, and Jeje, no Cyclone, can't stop it from happening. Chris with the polymorph is going to lock down Rookie, and go! Oh, Jackie Love with the super mega death rocket finds Rookie, target on lock, and Chris even gets the wild growth. Use that power to take the second rotation of Grubs, but a teleport is coming in from Cream. He's not had the best of showing on the Akali so far. The first fight of the Dragon was not living up to what we know this guy can perform on with the Akali, but this time around, the pressure alone at the teleport forces the rest of the members of IG away from the Grubs, and it gives Top Esports the window to secure 5.
And a reminder as well that this is IG, but a failing here for IG is a failing for an organization and a failing for a lot of fans.
They were able to pull off a miracle in Game 3. Can they do it again? Jeje flashes in, doesn't get the smite. It's Kanavi that secures the dragon. Flash, 3 talent strike, finds the backline, and disrupts Gala from being able to participate for the rest of the game. Now Jeje tries to find the shockwave, only pulls one in, but Kareem is now threatening the backline. Finds Rookie this time around. Gala forced to retreat. The rest of IG scatter like the wind, and Top Esports find the big fight.
There's going to be a wave to catch top lane, so it's a little tricky for Rookie to fully commit to this, but fortunately they've got push in mid lane as well. They've leveraged this little show from Kanavi, and now he's doubling down on that. Turret is going to be the focus with Demolish, but if they could get the Shy as well, that would have been great. First brick going to go down in exchange for the Herald, so they'll take that trade.
No way.
Unable to secure it. Okay.
Whew. Yeah, the Rift Herald, thankfully for IG.
Oh, shows his face in the mid lane. 5v5, second one of the game, still very much up for grabs.
Ooh, good flash by Jackie Love. Avoids the shockwave. That's a big ultimate down away from Rookie. IG now down only to 4 powerful spells that they have at their disposal. 369. He's on the right side, but he's in vision. 3k HP. Jeje trying to gain vision around the corner. 1300. Kanavi secures it. Cream threatening on the left side. And Jeje using the clone to buy some time, but they are in full retreat mode. Kanavi using the power of that Crescent Guard. Once again, flashing on the Gala. Cream goes flying in and sends him back to the graveyard, and he's out of there, baby. Cream not even threatened. Jeje now under fire as he tries to look for a straggler and seeing if he can get away. The Prowling Projectile not going to be enough to take out Cream, but another big fight for Top Esports. Members they take off of IG's side of the field. The Rift Herald charge. Oh, Kanavi setting himself up to push Jeje back in with the Crescent Guard, but he might have overextended here. And the threat of the consistency that we have seen from Top Esports fails to live up here.
Well, IG, they've spotted a window. They've taken down the enemy jungler, and they're going to look to take it themselves. Eyes on Cream here. Everybody's MR is getting shredded. He's teleported in. He's on the top side of this fight. Through this choke, Top Esports, they force IG at least to stop it for the time being.
Shockwave pulls it. Jackie Love, big pickup for IG. 369 has got to salvage this fight. Cream comes in with the perfect execution. He's dancing on them. He finds a 5 shuriken strike, takes out the jungler, the 80 carry, and there's no chance for an Otacon take now. Is giving Akali that extra oomph to really finish off the rest of any stragglers from IG. And remember, there's only one tank on the side of this composition in this Maokai. Everyone else is Akali fodder.
Laners matched up against each other.
Jeje with the flank, doesn't want to take it. Kanavi now forcing the fight here. Cream is in the backline once
Gala.
again, and this time he has the stasis to buy even more time. Now it's 369, time to shine as he dives into the backline. Cream supports him,
Gala's
goes
alive.
for the shuriken backflip. Rookie is able to disengage with a good flash. The rest of Top Esports are content with the fact that Jeje's gone, and they can look at the dragon.
They expended a lot to try and get on top of Gala, who uses his flash to get out to safety. But like you say, Top Esports again, despite not getting the priority target, they get the secondary one. Jungler down now for another 18 seconds. Dragon will go their way, and the Shy sniffing around.
Trying to burn the Otacon as fast as possible and just bait IG in.
I like this fight. Gala has no ulti, so the Zeri can't fight nearly as effectively. No shockwave for Rookie either. Going to be definitely tricky for them to get in and get out unscathed.
Cream is walking back. He doesn't have ulti for the next 10 seconds, but if they can stall enough time... Oh, Gala gets snagged by the Chompers. Kanavi looking for it. He already burned down the Otacon, and Gala's gone. Once again, the Shy. No flash this time around. He is a dead tree. And Top Esports riveting through the battlefield, and they're well on their way to eliminating IG.
You die. Unfortunately, that was your misstep.
Kanavi's back into the backline, but this time, Top Esports are well right there for the support. No chance for a flub. Shockwave pulls in Jackie Love. No flash available. Kanavi sends it right onto Jeje. He's got a cat for support, but the cat is not doing enough as Jeje is under fire, and he is speared to the ground. Gala now firing back with the ultimate charged up, but it's not enough for IG to regain ground in Top Esports. This Baron could be theirs.
And Top are playing so beautifully. Shy now in trouble.
369 threatening Rookie. Joe goes through the Shy first, and this tree is completely cut down. Top Esports find another front line for grabs. IG scrambling in what could be their last game of the split.
Yeah, Top have played against Zeri so many times. We had this the entirety of Season 14. Gala pops ulti, they back away. The second it wears off, they reset, they go forward once again. Jungle are dead, top lane are dead, Baron on the map. The team people didn't expect a lot from will not be the answer to how they thought Split 1 was going to go. But Top Esports, that date with NIP is looking tantalizing, and they fully intend on turning up. After a shaky Worlds performance, having a tough loss versus the eventual champions, it's good to see them right those woes in this best of 5. Game number 1 and 2, they had to fight for it tooth and nail, but game 3, when they got absolutely slammed, has reset them a little bit. Game 4 feels a lot more controlled, but equally a lot more in their hands as well.
And Top Esports with this Baron buff are just barreling through the bot lane, engaging right on top of the Shy, just not tanky enough to survive the onslaught. This could be the end. Kanavi sends it once again. Gala trying to buy distance, using the power of the Zeri and the Yuumi combo. 369 and Cream threatening forward. They find Gala once again. This is it. Rookie and Mako, the last two members standing. But Top Esports are strong as 5, and Jackie Love is letting them rip with the rockets as Rookie is forced to flash down to the last legs. It's not going to be enough. IG gave it their all, but their all wasn't enough. Top Esports sent IG out in the first split of the LPL.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.